So, in the last couple of days, we have seen multiple ESPN employees go on their victory laps. Their victory laps, claiming that they were right even though they were never right in the first place, and using the fact that now Caitlin Clark, the internet trolls, and by the way, somebody went over the pictures. Somebody went, over the comments of Caitlin Clark's last few Instagram posts. And they have found basically that it's 1% of all comments where we're no longer Caitlin Clark fans. They were double the amount. They're oh, we have more respect for you now. And 80% of them were just talking about normal stuff. Where just normal stuff was 80% of them. And it was there were more people saying they wish she would die than there were saying they're no longer a fan of her after liking a Taylor Swift post. But you know what? Obviously, those 8 comments were shared on Instagram, on Twitter, and everything. So these ESPN hosts, and by the way, these are the same ESPN hosts. And the reason why I'm not showing their picture is because I'm I don't want to give them I don't want to actually give them the platform. I just want to talk about this entire situation. Because at the end of the day, if you're giving them the platform, they've won. Because at the end of the day, they're hitching themselves on Caitlin Clark equals bad bandwagon. Because the reality of the situation is that it was never her. It was never up to her to call out the trolls online, because that's what they are. They are just trolls online. And I remember one of the Diamond to Shields posts when she shared it on Instagram. Look at this horrible person, and it was clicked into, and it was a PRON bot. It was a bot account that was trying to link to a random OnlyFans account. Come on now. And they're very clearly not what Caitlin Clark fans are saying. But these people on ESPN were the people that were demanding Caitlin Clark speak up for all of this and speak up for the internet trolls and say, you need to speak up for your fans, you're responsible for your lans. And now they're doing their victory lap being we told you they were never really fans of WNBA, they just supported Caitlin Clark because of this other reason. It's so you just admitted they were never Caitlin Clark fans. So you actually wanted a 22-year-old to be responsible for psychos on the internet. And not even psychos, at the end of the day, these are just trolls. Unhinged trolls on the internet. So you wanted her to be responsible for those unhinged trolls. But now that they're against her, you're saying, yeah, we were right. You see, they were never really fans. But then you, just like a lot of other people were saying that these unhinged people were actually her fans, and now that it's proven, it's provable that these unhinged people aren't actually her fans, you're now saying, well, we were always right. You see, her fans, they were never really her fans. Then obviously she had no reason for that. They're taking their victory lap. Why? Do you want to know what the actual thing is? They're taking their victory lap because now it's even. The psychopathic, and the funny thing is the trolls that were using Caitlin Clark to spew hate have now got a new target, and it's Caitlin Clark. And then I don't even mean actual trolls, the people, the agent of Cheryl Swoops is out here still posting hate. The fact is that the crazy thing is that people are posting Caitlin Clark hate with their chest, with their face in the profile pictures. They're still doing it. And it's you're celebrating it's some win now that the people are going, now that there's more hate. You're celebrating basically more hate being brought on at 22-year-olds than previously as some sort of a win. When the reality of it is that it's horrible. It was horrible when it was happening to other players. What's happened to Caitlin Clark is horrible. But no, it was never about the players. It was you just trying to get a one-up and tear. It was you guys trying to get a one-up and tear down 22-year-olds. It is what it is. That's what it's always been. That's what it's always been about. Now it's at least proven, because you're trying to take some victory lap now that the trolls are going after her as well. She's now the target for the trolls. The trolls have moved on from the players that you have no issue with. Now they're gone on to her. So it's a let's go, let's celebrate. I was right. One, you said they were her fans. And then you're saying I was right, they were never fans. No, you literally said I was right. And then showed a video where you actually, what you said was the opposite of what happened. You know who was right? You know who was right the whole time? The people that were actually fans of Caitlin Clark, that were became WNBA fans because of the basketball. and said these people aren't actually fans and they'll be gone soon. They were the people that were right. But yet they were the people that got bunched in with the crazy people. But at the end of the day, look, what has happened to the league is good. You cannot tell me, and you can see, other than A'ja Wilson, the players that are really benefiting from what has happened to women's basketball are all for it. They're all for it. You've got your Satu, who can do a little bit of everything on the floor, is seems to speak very well, is a fun player to watch. You got Arike, who is, in my opinion, I don't think she's as good as Caitlin. She's as fun to watch as Caitlin when she's on. When she's on, she's on. Those type of players that are really benefiting from this are all for it. They're like, well, I'm saying, I can imagine if you're Arike, you're probably getting brand deals out. Like, you're probably getting so many brand deals. I'd say if you are Satu, you're probably getting more than ever. Like, Lynn Dunn, call Satu. Call Satu. Like, I know she can be cored, but if she says, the players have enough power, if they want to leave, they're going to go. Like, I would do whatever you can to try to get Satu to Indiana. And the reality of this is that it's an objectively good thing. It is an objectively good thing for what's happening to the league. And the reality of this is, for people who think that the Caitlin Clark fandom is going to stop, the Swifties are getting on board. If you think Caitlin Clark fans were insufferable now, the Swifties are getting on board. The Swifties are getting on board. You don't know what you have. Like, you do not understand. If Taylor Swift is smart, she will latch on to Caitlin Clark. If Caitlin Clark is smart, she will walk out onto concert. She will be at a Taylor Swift concert. Is Taylor Swift still touring? I don't know. I don't know if she's still touring. But, like, if Caitlin Clark can, go get to a Taylor Swift concert in the off-season. Go get to a Taylor Swift concert, because if you want to boom your fan base, go. Because Swifties are crazy. And this is someone who was this close to Taylor Swift when she played in Ireland. Swifties are crazy. But anyway, yeah, that is it. It is hilarious, though, the ESPN people taking a victory lap. And the reality of the situation is the only thing that's happened is more trolls have turned on her, and you're taking it as some sort of victory lap. The reality of the whole situation is that the WNBA has gained maybe 500 trolls, but gained 1 million new fans. The unfortunate truth is that these trolls are, like, terminally online and will spew the worst stuff ever. But to say that the WNBA is not in a much better spot now than it was last year is to be crazy. And people celebrating some victory lap that the trolls have now turned on her is nothing to celebrate. It's bad that they're there in the first place, and it's bad that they're going after players at all. Not some weird one-up to celebrate because you one-up a freaking 22-year-old who you've demanded take responsibility for them. The reality of this is with the shite some of these people have spewed, they should if she's responsible for them, then they are responsible for some of the crap that's being said to her on social media. But at the end of the day, I don't think anyone's responsible for this. I don't think Caitlin is. I don't think they are. But if Caitlin's responsible, they're equally responsible for the crap that she gets.